Good evening. Not done one of these for a while. But as you see, I've been grafting very hard this weekend getting this heating panel done for this customer. So we always get so many questions on the heating. So I thought I would jump on a live, explain what's going on with the heating system, explain how we do it, how it's been prepped. So this job is getting done for a customer. Now they had an RF heating system in place, have done for a long time. Well, for 5 years they've been having problems of all the stats dropping off the network. So basically, look at this. We've got the drawings on here. I'll show you those in a sec. So yeah, they've been having this heating system has been dropping offline. So basically, what we have done is we've built the panels up. Just here, I'll spin you around in a sec. The whole heating system has been built here over the weekend. I've been on the graft all weekend, getting it all done. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to run you through the heating system, explain what's going on with it, how we do it, and show you the documentation and bits and pieces like that. Spin you around. So what we've got going on here, you might have seen it at the weekend, it was all loose. These have now been made up onto boards. So I've got the boards here for the heating system. So we've got one has got 8 zones, one has got 4 zones, one has got 4 zones. All Heatmiser UH8s, and then we've got these clay boxes here. So basically, let me break it down what I've tried to do for the partner. So he goes to site, wires the probes, boxes them in. Very easy. We've done everything here. So even down, this is a nice little thing we do on the stats here. We put a label over the numbers of the zones corresponding. So you can see all these are actually showing that they're in fault E2, which is because it's waiting for an air probe, which we'll put in. And then even on the front of the stats, this is C. So you might notice all our stuff has customer asset tags on. This is corresponding to the customer asset tag for this device in our project management software. We then have, that's the room. So that one's kitchen, for instance. We've got the kitchen. So that be zone 2, corresponds here to the kitchen. And then, let me show you this one first. And then basically all the switch wires will come back into the manifold controller here, link out to the zone. So that's the pump. And then all the air probes are wired back into there. So all these covers will go on. And then the partner can just take this box off on site. He can wire the 3-core, which will be going to the boiler, straight into here. And then we actually use a fan isolator or a 3-pole isolator for isolation of this device. The reason we're using a 3-pole isolator is because you have your live, your neutral, and then your boiler fire. So the boiler fire will be coming back from here, running into the Heatmiser panel. And then that core there, number 10, which is the switch wire. From there, I mean, this one's 20, right? Tell me if my audio's gone. Should be back in. So that is going to then come into here, and that's going to connect in on there. So yeah, that all then comes back to the documentation. And then on here, and even what we do now, we've got these cards. So these are printed cards. Let me just cover the details up, which will have the client's username and login details for the app. We supply those login cards. So this has all been set up. You can see the Neo Hub is set over here. So this Neo Hub has all been set up. It's all been set up in the client's app, ready for him. All the stats are in fault, and then it's all ready. So from here, now this is the question that we get all the time, which is, how does it then work in the rooms? And the answer is this device here, and this little box. So that is a heating probe box, right? So the heating probe is going to go into there. That will then have this in. Bear me a second. So this heating probe here, a lot of this slack will get cut off, and that only has 2 cores. So, do you know what? I'm going to do it for you. Bear with me a second. Because what I'm going to do... Got my phone somewhere. Oh, there we go. I'll just go get all the tools again. Let me whip the cover off this box here. Well, yeah, if you've got any questions regarding the heating system, fire them in. I will try and get around to some of them. Flip back through. So I'm going to connect this in on one of the stats. So this will get wired into the room. Fuck's sake. Bear me a sec. Strip a bit more off on that. There we go. We're going to need to get some better strippers. But once we got this into here, it's going to come into the terminals on here. In fact, let me do it like this. There we go. So we'll just get this. Obviously, these ain't going to go directly into here. Bear me a sec, bit rusty, lol. There we go. There we go. So, I got there in the end. Bloody typical. So, now we've got that inside there. That temperature probe would be in the room. So, we're going to extend that using a 4-core flex. I'm going to come on to wire 4-core flex in a minute. But now this one, Zone 2's terminals, on Stat 2 is reading an external temperature. Now, let's make things interesting. I've got a heat gun on standby. So I'm going to do on this temperature probe. These my extension lead is on. We'll get the heat gun. And on this temperature probe here, I'm going to warm it up. And what the straps should do there is in a couple of seconds, it's going to read the reading back through. The stat will go up. There we go. There we go. So you can see that going up a couple of degrees, and that's how the heat's going to work. So yeah, temperature probe there does it. Now the reason we use a 4-core flex, 4-core 1mm flex, is for whatever reason we ever needed to convert that back into a normal stat, we could do that. So, yeah, I mean, that's all it. Let me flick through. I limit by the length of the probe. So, volt drop, good question. Heat miser actually say you can use a Belden or a Cat 5. We don't use a 4-core 1mm copper cable. The reason we do that is for the volt drop. Wouldn't really run it above 40 meters, but we double up the cores. So effectively using 2mm conductor for each of those. Yeah, let me look. Probe, Eric, SJS, my man. Can't find the hole. I couldn't find the hole. No. Yeah, so that is how the heating system is done. So these are going to get wrapped up. Partners coming to collect these. Yeah, they've got all the documentation. We've got a working set of documentation for the partner. Handover pack there for the client with the app login details. And then, even down here, you supply all the cable. Oh, by the looks of things, it's just loaded up. I think Bryn's come across to collect it. Oh, yes, there he is. Bryn's already loaded up the truck. He's waiting for the rest of his bits. He'll be sat in reception. Oh, he has, because he then come and collected the stuff, booked it all out, taken delivery of all materials, job done. Heating systems in 4 days. And we had another spark off Instagram called Tom, who has offered to come give him a hand for a couple of days. So yeah, job done, job on target, and that is it. Yeah, I'll try and get back to these Monday weekly lives. We have just been so busy over the last couple of weeks. So busy, I missed my weekly haircut today. My hair's wild. But mint. Shout out Bryn. Yeah, cool. Right, guys, I'm going to get off. I'll give you one quick last look over it all. Beautiful.